Now, it's the P.J. Fleck Show with Pierre Noujaim, Ron Johnson, and Justin Gaard.
And welcome, everybody, into another edition of the P.J. Fleck Show, joined, as always, by the head coach of Minnesota football, P.J. Fleck. Alongside him, Gophers Hall of Famer Ron Johnson, and next to me, the RV driving, summertime thriving Justin Gaard. Welcome in, everybody, from the Minnesota State Fair. PJ, everybody's excited for yet another season of Gopher football. What can the fans expect and look forward to with this group in particular, and what has made this group so enjoyable to coach so far as we get ready for this season?
I always love coming to the fair because we don't have any wins or losses right now, so everybody's way happier. This is great.
A lot of juice today.
This is great.
Absolutely. Love this crowd.
First of all, this team has worked incredibly hard. We've got, I'm sure you're very aware, we have the second most opportunistic schedule in the country. Right. Some would call it the most challenging and hardest schedule, but this team's taken a completely different approach. They understand the position they're in. They've really come together. All the way since January, we threw this word poise out in front of them. You got to be controlled. We got to be balanced in terms of just how we respond to the things that are thrown at us. And these guys have worked incredibly hard. And I haven't been around a team that scientifically and in their own mind has worked harder than this team on paper. So that doesn't promise you a darn thing,
sure,
but it gives you a really good chance.
First of all, every time I see you, you make me want to get some new shoes. So now I clearly have to go get those shoes.
They got the Gopher 270s.
Those are exactly.
I mean, I did not even make
these for game day. I got to have the sunglasses because it's going to be bright when they play Nebraska. The sun's going to, the light's going to be bright. But
you haven't even asked a question this year.
I know. I got to compliment him on his swag.
You're asking for free stuff.
I'm not asking for free stuff. I'm going to get them myself.
Yeah.
Get them myself.
Yeah,
it's all Nike. I have nothing to do with this. It's just all Nike.
But speaking of the game, this is going to be your first game. I mean, this was the first time you ever been without Tanner Morgan. You know, he's like an extension of your arm. And now Tanner Morgan, I mean, 33 wins, 9,000 passing yards. I mean, this kid's done the best, one of the most winningest quarterbacks in Gophers history. And now you move on to Ethan Calig-Manis. What can we expect with this transition from Tanner to Ethan?
Well, everybody brings a different skill set. And I think one of the things the coaching staff always has to do a really good job of, you have to adapt your system based on what your quarterback can do. And I thought our system fit Tanner Morgan very well. It fit him just like it did Zach Terrell. I think our system fits Cole Kramer and Ethan very well because I put them in a group because I haven't had a quarterback and a backup quarterback work as hard collectively together and make each other truly better on a daily basis. So it doesn't matter who's in there. But I think we talked as a staff that we want to be balanced. And a lot of people take that word balanced and they say, okay, well, you want to be 50-50 run. If you look back to 2019, we had 2 first-team All-Big Ten wide receivers for the first time in the Big Ten's history. And we still only threw the ball 38% of the time. Balance is about making sure your best players touch the ball all the time. Sometimes that was just Muhammad for 40 carries. That was our best player. He had to touch it all the time for us to win. But now we have the ability, we feel, all over the place on offense to give guys opportunities to do what they do best with the ball.
And speaking of opportunities, your running back room, I would think, has a big one in front of them because it's not just Mo this season. Tell us about the committee, with a couple of young players, and obviously a transfer from Western Michigan as well.
Well, I think that's going to be the biggest change for everybody that watches us, especially our fans, is we've always had that number one back. Everybody knew who was going to be the number one back. This is going to be a little more about running back by committee. They all bring something completely different and in their own dynamic way. And I think Greg and Matt have done a really good job of conforming our offense and our mindset of where we're going to be and our philosophical approach based on those things. Because you still have a philosophy of how you're going to go win games. It's not like, we're going to throw it 150 times a game and never run the ball. That's not what I believe in. But how can you get to that? And how consistent can you be with that? And then how can you get the playmakers to touch the ball? But it all starts with our offensive line and tight ends in the run game and keeping people off our quarterback in the pass game and protection, and then obviously being able to run the ball behind them.
We're certainly going to get to the offensive line in just a moment, but before we talk about the offensive line, I want to focus over on the defensive side of the ball, particularly the secondary, PJ. Yeah. Jordan Howden is gone. Terrell Smith is gone. Tyler Newman is back. Justin Wally's here, but
this group feels like perhaps a bit of an unknown to the fans. When you look at this group in particular, who needs to step up, and who are you looking at to possibly fill some big shoes that are walking out the door in this secondary?
First of all, going opposite of Tyler Nubin, and you got Darius Green, and you got Coleman Bryson, who, he was the MVP of the bowl game coming out as a freshman. Which is kind of funny. You look at all the pictures on the stage. It all kind of makes sense. Then you're looking at Coleman as the freshman, like, wait, that doesn't fit. But he played so well. Aiden Goosby's a guy that provides some depth at safety. But Darius Green has won the starting job there and has done a really good job. He's a really good tackler. He can play nickel for us. You're talking about a guy who can play corner too. Just he's very versatile in his skill set. And then you look at the corner position. We brought Trayvon Jones in from Elon. Okay. And we've got some guys who have played a lot of football behind us or haven't played a lot of football behind him that have had a great spring and are going to provide some depth as well. But we'll see as we keep going. But we have two of the best ones, I think, in the conference.
Sure.
At Tyler Nubin and then Justin Wally.
Yeah, hard to disagree with that.
Yeah, and when you talk about sticking with the defense, we talk about passers, and I love what you said about Darius Green. I think that's key. When you have a safety that can play nickel and also come down and cover, it frees up to be able to rush and get after the quarterback. So a lot of people are saying, hey, who is going to be the guys to get after the quarterback? It might not just be one guy, but that's something that you've thought about of, like, how can we create more pressure on the quarterback this year?
Absolutely. You create pressure on the quarterback by the people that you have. The better pass rushers you have, the better pressure you're going to create with four, or you're going to have to be able to bring blitzes. And in past years, some of the only time we were able to get some pressure is by bringing 5, bringing 6, which then puts the stress on the secondary. What we really want to be able to do is just get there with 4. But you look at guys like Danny Strigow, and you look at guys like Kyler Ball, Jalen Logan Redding probably has had one of the best camps I've ever seen, Jod Joyner, and then, you look at a guy like Anthony Smith, and everybody who comes to practices says, who's that guy?
Yeah.
And that's no disrespect to the other guys. I mean, Danny Strigow is sitting right here eating corn. He'll tell you the exact same thing is Zero just looks different. Yeah. When you walk onto a field, you're like, who is that guy? And but we look different than we've ever looked on the defensive line across the board. No, this is no disrespect to our tremendous defensive line coach, Winston DeLabadir III, but Anthony Smith standing by Winston, what used to be our 5 technique, him and John, now is John Anthony, which completely look way different than Winston, and they play with that same type of how. So we're looking at those guys to be able to create some pressure, but they're big, they're long, they're strong. Looking forward to watching them play.
Danny, when you walked in, I said, who's that guy? Even though I know you and I've interviewed you, I still said that. So
it's because of the mustache.
For the record, yeah, because of the facial hair, I'm jealous. A year ago at this time, John Michael Schmitz was the offensive lineman we were talking about because he was kind of the lone holdover from 2 years ago. Now he's in New York. Obviously, you have some upperclassmen that are moving around a little bit. How different is the line from a year ago, and kind of who fills John Michael's role as the leader of that group?
Yeah, this is our 7th year, right? And every year we've answered the same questions. Who's going to fill that void? Who's going to fill that void? We hopefully do a really good job of recruiting, whether it's high school or the transfer portal, and then developing them. But you look at, there's 3 guys that stand out. Quinn Carroll from Edina. I mean, he's done a tremendous job even last year. He's a swing guy this year, being able to play guard and tackle for us. Nathan Bowe, who's like the ultimate Gopher. There's nobody who loves the Golden Gophers more than Nathan Bowe. And taking over for John Michael Schmitz, we know what kind of shoes he's going to have to fill there. But one thing about him, he doesn't compare himself to John Michael. He's just working on being the best him he can be. And then our left tackle, Ariante Ursary, who I think is one of the best tackles and maybe one of the most unknown names in the country. That's one of the best players in the country. And then we've got some guys battling out for some spots. J.J. Gaday's played a lot of football for us here and there. He's been able to stay healthy this year. And then Martez Lewis. And, you got some young guys fighting for that left guard position. But Tyler Cooper's done a really good job there. And then Greg Johnson, one of our true freshmen. Carter Shaw, one of our older guys. They're in the mix as well.
We're going to talk about football a little bit more in just a minute. But first, we are, of course, at the Minnesota State Fair, the great Minnesota get-together. I might have to out PJ a little bit here. It was coming in hot just a moment ago. Was that a pork chop on a stick I saw you eating on the way in here? Is that what I saw?
Those are
tremendous. I highly recommend the pork chop on the stick. I've only been here about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I've had a pork chop on a stick. I've had the cheese curds. Phenomenal.
Already?
Oh, yeah. I've had the Cajun pickles. I love pickles. Okay. So the Cajun fried pickles, phenomenal. And then, Sweet Martha's. You have to have some Sweet Martha's.
Is that what you look for?
You've done that 30 minutes?
30 minutes. Now, I haven't had the whole bucket.
Oh, okay, not yet.
I've had one of each. Pork chop's pretty big, though. I will say that.
I saw you mowing that thing
Careful of the
down.
bone, though.
Yeah, I got to be careful.
The bone is on it, and the bone is on top. And I took a big bite of the bone.
It's solid advice. No, absolutely, that's solid advice if you're getting yourself a pork chop on a stick. Is that what you look
no
for?
pun intended there, the solid.
Yeah, just absolutely solid. Is that what you look forward to the most every time you come to the fair? Is the food number one for you when you come to the fair every year?
Food's up there, but interacting with all of our fans, this is awesome.
There you go.
I love this.
There you go. Will you be riding any rides, though? I think that's what people want to know.
No. We went to Valley. We took our players to Valley Fair 2 days ago when it was 197 degrees outside, just radiating off of the concrete. I'm sure they really appreciated that. They were in the water park the majority of the time. Not many people were actually there, but I did go on some rides. I mean, I did go on the magnet one at the front where it kind of shoots you and you spiral up.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Phenomenal ride. Back seat is probably the best on that.
Yep.
Okay.
You know, going back, pushing you up, awesome. No. And then the Renegade, the best wooden roller coaster I've ever been on is a Renegade.
Yeah, that sounds like death.
Ron wants nothing to do with it. It looks like
Ron's
he wants nothing to do with it.
I think we should do it.
I hate the high, no.
We need to send him on that chair that swings like this.
I love that.
Who would like to see Ron Johnson do that today?
Yeah.
I'd rather be back in a blocking drill at 43 against one of these college athletes. I would rather do that than go on a high rise.
So when you're interacting with the fans, is there a theme of, do they yell things at you? What do they all want to talk about? Is there like a number one thing that gets brought up when you're walking around the fair?
Beat Iowa.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's transition from beat Wisconsin to now beat Iowa.
You got really greedy. So it's great, though. It's usually like, beat Iowa and why haven't you?
Yeah.
As I'm walking by, too. Like,
sure.
Just because.
Yeah.
Well, there'll be another opportunity to beat Iowa this year. And when we come back here on the PJ Fleck Show, we've got a game to play 1 week from now against the University of Nebraska. We'll talk to PJ about what's coming up next week for the season opener between the Gophers and the Cornhuskers. That's next here on the PJ Fleck Show.
Let's row the boat. You're watching the PJ Fleck Show.
And welcome back, everybody, to the PJ Fleck Show here from the Minnesota State Fair. So nice to be back out at the fair. And now it's time to focus on game day, which happens 1 week from today as the University of Minnesota gets scheduled to host the University of Nebraska. Coach, it's obviously two programs that know each other fairly well, but how difficult is it every year to prep for that first game of the season when you don't have tape on anybody because nobody's played a game just yet?
Yeah, this is our third Nebraska coaching staff we played against since we've been here in our 6 going on 7 years. And first of all, I got a ton of respect for Matt Rule. He's a good friend of mine. He does it the right way. He's a huge cultural builder. He's won everywhere he's been in college football. He's going to produce some really tough challenges for us. We're preparing for ghosts. We have no idea what we're going to face. That's hard. We know the scheme they have, but part of the scheme that they have is to create organized chaos. You can be in a 3-down front, 4-down front, 5-man front. You can blitz from everywhere, and you can blitz every single person. And it creates a lot of chaos. So that's going to be an issue, but we're doing everything we can for our team to make sure that they play really fast. And hopefully, we got coaches. We definitely have coaches that can really adjust on the fly because there's going to be a lot of that going on. We have an idea what they're going to do, but it's not 100%. But they're definitely going to be well coached.
Sure.
Yeah, when you look at your team, you're a coach that believes in like one game at a time.
Yeah.
And some coaches say it, but you really live it. You teach it to your players, and that's how you go. So how tired are you hearing about your entire season? Because that question comes up. Strength of schedule, who you guys have to play this year, Michigan, Ohio State, all that stuff. How sick are you hearing about that?
Well, I don't think you ever get sick of hearing it. I mean, we have the second most challenging schedule, most difficult schedule, whatever you want to call it. But we've told our players that since January that there's an opportunity there. You don't get to pick who you play. You get to pick how you play, though.
Right.
You don't get to pick the opponent. And that's what our focus has been on even since we've been here. We need to be the best version of Minnesota we can be and strictly focus on that. No matter who our opponents are going to be, there's some enormous challenges ahead. But the only challenge that we're concerned about is Nebraska, and we have to find a way to be 1-0 at the end of that game.
The only thing you care about is Nebraska next week, which is why I'm going to ask you about the future of the Big Ten, because that's super topical. Yeah. But it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. 4 new teams are coming in next year. What has it been like for you to just observe how the landscape continues to change? And there's going to be a lot of West Coast trips in your future as well.
Yeah, and I think that, we even had a head coach meeting this morning where, I think the conference is doing a really good job of talking about you'll only have one West Coast trip if you're an East Coast school, and they're going to do everything they can. Our league's all about the student athlete. athlete, right? The student athlete whole experience, from a student to the athlete piece of that and everything in between. And I think Commissioner Pettetti is doing a great job of that, of making sure that, you know, that never changes. But also, you know, when you're adding these teams in the league, they're pretty challenging teams. Yeah. And you look at it, our conference, the level of talent has continued to go up. I think it's great. I think it depends on what lens you look through. If you're looking at it through a negative lens, whatever we do, whether it's NIL, transfer portal, new people joining the conference, traditions of the past that are probably going to be blown up a little bit, you're probably going to be negative and sad about it. If you're looking at how college football has even changed over the years, just naturally, that is our Big Ten today or our college football today, then you can see that change is inevitable, and it's going to be really healthy for the future of college football, of where it's headed. So I think TV's driving a lot of it, which we obviously know with all the new TV deals. But it's our league is only getting better, that's for sure. It's not getting worse.
PJ, to kind of piggyback off of that, now that some of these teams are going to be coming into the Big Ten, perhaps the fans might want to know, how does that affect recruiting for you? How do you view it as in terms of possibly a more difficult path, if so, to a Big Ten championship? Now with there's going to be 18 teams in this conference.
Well, I mean, we haven't won a Big Ten in 70-plus years, something like that, right? So it's been pretty difficult, no matter what it's been. We've been close a few years, you know, with us being here, but it's really difficult. It's one of the most loaded conferences in the country, you know, respectively, and it's only going to continue to go up that way. So, but for us, I mean, we can only focus on ourselves. Truly, we have a certain way of doing things. You're going to keep adapting, but you're not going to change who you are and what you believe in. You can adapt and make it better. You can adapt with the changes, but it's not like, okay, we're going to play West Coast teams now, so we're going to go just recruit LA.
Right.
We fit a certain player, what they're looking for their whole college experience. That will never change. We're still going to be a developmental program, because that's what I feel, being the head coach at Minnesota, is necessary to win. Now, maybe other coaches that'll be the head coach here at one day will have a different opinion. But when you get to be the head coach, you can say, this is what I believe is going to work here at this place, just not what works in general. What works here at Minnesota is we feel like what we've done, and we just got to sustain that, make it better, keep adjusting and tweaking, and not just do these wholesale changes.
Getting back to Nebraska, we talked about the challenges of a new coaching staff and kind of knowing their scheme. They've got a lot of new personnel as well, including a new quarterback. So how do you pick and choose how you figure out the personnel that might be out there and what their skill sets might be?
Well, you get a little bit of that from the spring game, but then they had a lot of guys who were going to play join them even after the spring game. You go back to high school film, you go back to maybe some college film of the guys that transferred in, and we have a whole department that works on the player personnel piece of that. You know, you're doing that as a head coach, but you've got a lot of people who are helping you with that, just like our recruiting staff helps in recruiting, our evaluators help with our evaluations, our coaches do the same thing. So trust me, there's going to be no stone unturned. We'll make sure that we know what we're going to get ourselves into. We're going to know what game day is going to look like. We know who they're going to be. And then you do the best you can without true evidence, right, of what it's going to be. So you make it the best hypothesis you can.
We are certainly looking forward to kickoff next week against Nebraska. And when we come back, Ron, Justin, and I will give you kind of the guys to look forward to watching this season. We'll see if the head coach, P.J. Fleck, agrees with us on the other side of the ring.
I said,
Welcome back to the P.J. Fleck Show. Let's row the boat.
Welcome back to the P.J. Fleck Show, everybody. There you have it. The Minnesota State Fair providing the best foods around here every single year. We're looking forward to tasting some of those foods in a moment. We get off the set. I know I'm going to be having a lot of foods, that's for sure. But first, we want to get you to our players to watch for the 2023 season. We do it every year. Justin, we're going to start with you, your player to watch. We'll see if PJ agrees with us here as we get down the line.
Is this like a true or false?
We'll see what PJ has to say.
I would love to listen. This is going to be good. I'm sure you're going to have some softballs.
Fire away.
A guy that you alluded to earlier in the defensive line is Josh Joyner, and a redshirt sophomore, right? You get him out of Connecticut, and he emerged last year as a guy who could get around the quarterback. That was kind of the theme from a year ago. So I'm excited to see Josh Joyner basically expand his role. How's that going?
Yes, correct. Correct.
Good answer?
Correct. Yeah, I'll say this about Ja. He's gained about 15 pounds in the offseason.
Same. Sorry, go ahead.
He's mastered the defense. I think we have a perfect role for him. And, you know, we expect huge things from this young man. I mean, he's He is attached to Jalen Logan Redding constantly, and that's a good one to attach yourself to.
Ron, your player to watch.
Yeah, first I want to say happy birthday to my wife. She went to the bathroom.
Happy
but we did.
birthday.
French Meadow, thank you for getting her birthday dessert for today. But my guy, I'm going to go with the offensive side of the ball, of course, and I'm not going to pick a receiver. I know everybody thought it was a receiver. I'm going with Brevin Spann-Ford. I think when you look at the NFL, the way the NFL is using the tight end, I think Minnesota is going to start to utilize him a lot more when you think about Ethan Calais-McManus being comfortable with a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes is with Travis Kelce. I think that isn't Brevin Spann-Ford, what you get. And there's my wife right there. Happy birthday to my wife.
Yeah, there you go.
French Meadow. They bought us some
Fantastic.
dessert treats, so I know you guys are going to bring that out at some point. But yeah, Brevin Spann-Ford. What do you think?
Yeah, number 2 tight end draft,
another
ranked
correct
in the
answer.
NFL draft. Good pick.
Good save. I took a long shot.
Yeah,
long
you were
shot.
out
Keep
there.
an eye on him.
I think he's grown tremendously. He's going to have a great year.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. We got about a minute left. I'm going to get to mine real quick, and I'm going to make mine very obvious. I don't even know if PJ needs to even say anything at this point, but my player to watch is Chris Ottman-Bell. I mean, coming off the injury, we'll see if he's able to make it on the field for week 1, but we all know that this offense really hums when Chris Ottman-Bell is on the field. Coach, I know you would love to see 7 on the field as soon as possible.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he brings a different element for experience, the physicality, and the way he plays wide receiver. And part of the reason why he was hurt the way he is, he just has no regard for his body. He just throws it around, which I absolutely love. It's good to have him back for a 7th year. We call him Dr. Crab now.
Dr. Crab.
Yes, 3 degrees. Yeah,
I like
Crab.
that.
Yeah.
Dr. Crab. It's a lot of things you can put on a T-shirt. Dr. Crab, preparing for ghosts. Like, there's a lot of just catchphrases I can see being put on T-shirts all throughout the year.
Yeah, I've heard that's kind of my MO.
Yeah? Is that it?
I've heard that.
Is that it?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, we certainly look forward to more catchphrases, more exciting plays, more great games out at Huntington Bank Stadium. Coach, as always, thanks again for joining us. We look forward to a great season. And everybody, want to remind you, you can join us every Tuesday for the PJ Fleck Show on Fox 9 Plus and Fox 9. And a reminder, the Gophers take on the Cornhuskers August 31st at Huntington Bank Stadium. Fox 9 will get you ready for all the action. So long, everybody.